Hey everyone, we're Red Donkey Projections. I'm Eric and we have Lucas as always.
Hey guys.
So, what we're going to be talking about today is the 2020 presidential election predictions between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, based on one of the most unbiased political reports out there, the Cook Political Report.
Yes, we used a source called Media Fact Check Bias to make sure to see which one of these experts we put in, like Inside Elections, Sabato, and Crystal Ball. We plugged them all into this website and we tried to see which one was the least biased on the little spectrum thing. And Cook ended up being the least biased of them all. So we're going to be taking a look at what Cook thinks and what we think about their projections. With that being
Yep.
said, let's get right into the episode. All right, now let's take a look at all the safe Democratic states, as we always do. We've got Washington, Oregon, California, Hawaii, Nebraska. Actually, no, sorry, not Nebraska. New Mexico. This is actually interesting. I was not expecting this to be safe Democratic. Personally, I'd put this as likely Democratic because the margin is a bit smaller than the other states, but I do think safe Democratic could be a fair rating as well. Illinois. Got the Northeast. Let's see. DC, New York, and Maine First District. That so far, I think we do agree with everything up here. Now let's take a look at all the safe Republican states. All right, Eric, you want to name some of them?
Yeah, okay, so we got Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Idaho, Wyoming, Nebraska. We'll talk about the second district later. Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Missouri, Alabama. I surprisingly saying this, but Georgia is not likely or solid. And then we got South Carolina, Indiana, Utah, I missed, and Alaska.
Yep.
Got
All right.
of them.
Now we're going to take a look at all the likely Democratic states. Let's see. Likely Democratic here, we have Virginia, I believe. Is Virginia likely?
Virginia is
Is it likely
likely,
or
yes.
it is likely? Okay.
Likely.
Eric, can you name some of the other likely states?
Some of the other likely states we have are, let's see,
I'll start off with
Colorado.
Mhm.
Colorado's a likely D. We said Virginia. That's it, I think. Oh,
That's it.
Nevada. Nevada.
Interesting. Nevada. All right. New Hampshire is lean, apparently, I believe. All
Yeah.
right. Now we're going to take a look at all the Trump likely states. The state of Iowa and the state of Ohio. These two used to be former swing states. Now they're swinging more and more to the right now. And I think that's it for likelies as well.
Yeah, not a lot.
Yeah, I do agree with this so far, but I would put Texas and Georgia as likely Republican states. It's very interesting. Cook didn't do that.
Yeah, here's the surprising part. This report put Texas and Georgia as lean.
Which is
I do not agree with this at
yeah.
all.
Now we're going to take a look at all the lean Democratic states. The state of Minnesota, actually, I was expecting the state of Minnesota to be likely. I do think that Minnesota does have a high chance of going to Joe Biden. I'm kind of surprised that they put it as lean. I do think there is a high chance that it does go to him. Now the other lean is Maine All-State.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Maine All-State was lean, which I think is I think it's fair. Personally, I would probably put it as likely or even solid in some cases, but it was a close race in 2016. Donald Trump did come very close to winning, so I do think lean might be a fair characterization here. Now, I missed one. I realized right now, Maine Second District is actually likely Republican. That I'd put it as lean, but likely is also fair because I do think that it will probably go to the president.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, let's head to all the. Oh no! I missed one. The state of New Hampshire. New Hampshire is also a lean state. Oops, that was tilt. But I do also personally put this as a lean. What do you think? Likely. What do you think about that, Eric?
I would personally put this as likely as well.
Mhm.
Donald Trump didn't win this, but he came surprisingly close. And yeah, I would put it as
Mhm.
likely. But
Yeah.
report says lean. You gotta
So
listen to the report.
now let's go to the two surprising ones that we don't agree with, and those are the states of Texas and Georgia.
Or a lean
Uh,
Republican.
yeah, this is really interesting to me.
Yeah, I already said it before.
Mhm.
Nah, it's likely, if not solid.
Yeah.
Actually, in between somewhere, but definitely not lean in my opinion.
Yeah, yes, these two states are trending to be purple. I definitely agree with that. 2024, these two states definitely could be two toss-ups. Because they're right next to the South, and we're seeing a greater migration of Latinos going to Texas, as well as African Americans in Georgia. Yeah, I don't think likely. I'm sorry, I don't think lean. Yes, it will be trending purple. This election, I don't think there's a chance that Joe Biden can carry either of them.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
All right. Let's now head to, let's see,
Toss-ups?
toss-ups. Yes. Did I hit all the lean Democratic states?
Yeah,
Yes,
you
I
hit
did.
everything. All we have is toss-ups, which
Toss-ups.
are many actually.
Yeah. This is quite a few. The state of Florida. Personally, Florida I'd put as tilt Republican. The
Yeah, me
polls do
too.
show Joe Biden winning, but I personally do think that President Trump can carry this state, even in the slightest margins. Now let's say North Carolina. North Carolina, I also think President Trump has a lead here. Toss up, okay, but I would either put this one as tilts Republican or lean Republican.
Mm.
Now the states of the Blue Wall. The Blue Wall, this is quite interesting, actually. I'll give you my 2 cents here. I do think Michigan definitely does lean towards Joe Biden this time. Whether it's lean or tilt, that can be a debate. But I do think that Michigan does have a higher chance of going to Vice President Biden. And the same can be said about Pennsylvania. He was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania. And I also do think that he will have a higher chance of carrying the state over Hillary Clinton, especially if he campaigns harder in these two states. Now,
Mhm.
Wisconsin, I do agree with the toss-up here.
Yeah.
I do think it's a very close race. Donald Trump does have some kind of edge. Yeah, the polls have been back and forth, expert opinions back and forth. That's really going to be honestly up to chance. It's going to be a close race. Now, Eric will be talking about Nebraska second and Arizona.
Mm-hmm. I'll start with Nebraska second. And the reason why this is a very special district is because, as the report says, this is Omaha, one of the most populated cities in the whole state, which is why it gets its own congressional district that is contributed to the Electoral College. So the report says that Nebraska second district is going to be a toss-up. This makes sense because Nebraska is a city, and as we said before, urban areas usually swing more to the left. So, I honestly, I think for the most part, agree with this. What do you think, Lucas?
Interesting. I'd actually put this towards leaning a bit to Trump. It's part of Nebraska and it has voted for the Republican candidate for the past few years. The only time it didn't was 2008. 2008, Barack Obama did carry the second district. I think that it's in between a tilt or lean Republican. I do think that toss is a bit too generous here.
Mm,
I do want to give our viewers a quick tip to knowing which parts of the state are populated. So in the U.S., we divide states, the congressional districts, based on population. So if you see a really small congressional district like right here, then you kind of know that the area is kind of populated. Now, if you see a huge congressional district like the main second district, you can tell if this is probably a rural area because then there's not a lot of people and they need a lot of land. So essentially, this area, the population is equal to this area. So that's how you can kind of tell if it's a rural or urban area.
mm.
I kind of got sidetracked there, but Eric, um, how about we finish with
Yeah, with
Arizona?
Arizona. So the report puts this as toss-up as well. Um, you know, I I'm not sure about that.
Mhm. Interesting.
You can add on.
I would put this one as a toss up. Um, it's trending more to the left. And I do think Joe Biden has a pretty good chance of carrying it here in the 2018 midterms. Um, if I remember correctly, the voter turnout was 75%, and they elected a majority of Democratic House representatives. Not only that, they elected Kirsten Sinema to the Senate. So clearly,
Mm.
they are trending more and more to the left, and we do think that Mark Kelly can carry the state. And I do think that it's a toss-up because it has voted for the Republican in the past. The last time this happened was 1996, Bill Clinton, but he essentially won because Ross Perot ran, and he split the vote between Bush and him. So yeah, I do think toss-up is a good characterization here. What do you think about that, Eric?
Now that I think about it, I'm looking at the 2016 election. Donald Trump did not win here by much.
Yes.
So, yeah, and now he's going up against a new candidate. Who knows what these citizens think of
Mhm.
him? So, I would put
I
this as a
believe, yeah,
toss-up.
I believe Trump won this state by 3.5%.
4%. Or yeah,
4%,
close
yeah,
enough. Yeah.
3.5. Yeah, but Biden is a much more popular candidate among Democrats over Hillary Clinton, and I do think that yes, this is a toss-up. It's going to be too close. If anything, if I have to characterize it, I think that it'd be a tilt state. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is our video. Overall, this result was inconclusive. It is going to come down to these key toss-up states that they outlined. Some of them we agree with, some of them we don't agree with. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you like our content, please hit the subscribe button. One more thing, we have a special collab coming up with a lot of channels. We hope you guys all stay tuned for that. With that being said, we'll see you in our next video tomorrow.
See ya.